Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast. This is Austin. That's Ben. Unfortunately, Johnmichael and Ty can't make it tonight. So we're going to kind of go through a recap of the games that are going on this week. Recap of a few things that transpired last week that happened off camera that we need to talk about. What else were we talking about, Ben?
Just the fantasy league in general. Mostly how injuries are affecting our teams and the NBA in a whole. And we're going to keep it short and sweet this week. It's going to be quality over quantity. So strap in and get ready. This week, your boy faced Johnmichael. Not going to lie, he started off strong. He scared me. He had me shaking in my boots thinking I might have a chance at losing my first game of the season. Pulled out a whopper over 500 points on the first night.
Yeah, first night, just kind of run you guys through a visual here. First night of Ben's game was 532 to 445 Johnmichael. Yeah. That is an insane amount of points for the first night.
But, as a wise man once said, don't get too comfortable at the top because there's nowhere left to go. And everyone chasing you on the mountain is all coming for the top spot, coming to catch you. And that's exactly what I did. Little by little, clawed my way back in the next week, pulling ahead. Then he tried to shoot back, pull ahead the next day. Didn't matter. His team stank like a slice of cheese on a hot summer's day.
Is that cheese?
I'm talking this. It was nasty. It was nasty. And I don't know. Maybe Giannis being out this week had something to do with it, but that's just the name of the game. The NBA is completely unpredictable. Injuries are unpredictable. Enough said. I'm going to get him this week. Your boy's moving to 4-0 going into week 5. Still undefeated, and I'm liking my chances more and more every week.
Can I just say that Shy has 251 points currently throughout the week. Johnmichael has 5 players combined that have scored 250 points.
Yeah, Shy's insane.
Shy was definitely the pick of the season.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. And what's sad is, a day prior, I was looking at Shy, but I didn't have the roster space for the time being.
You gotta be quicker than that.
For me, for my game this week, it's currently 1580 to 1497 me. Tonight's going to be a close one. It might be a nail-biter here to finish up the game. There was a trade that transpired last week, in case you didn't see the podcast. Ty traded Luka for Steph Curry and Jaylen Brown, and luckily I think I got saved here because Steph only had 2 games tonight or this week, so I think I should be all right. I think I should be good. I currently have around 100-point lead, less than 100, but I still have. Actually, the games have started. Joker, Vucevic, De'Aaron Fox, and Sabonis still yet to play. John Moran not playing tonight kind of hurts, but, it is what it is. I would like to say, though, since Ty's not here, Ty, you could have beat me this week. Use those matchup acquisitions. Like, Johnmichael was giving me shit for it last week, but it doesn't matter. Use them. They're there.
Yeah,
you could have beat me. You got 2 empty roster spaces you could have taken, and on top of it, you could have just dropped 2 guys that you didn't really care about. Could have easily beat me this week. But
easily.
It's neither here nor there.
Austin's the type of guy to do what it takes to win, even if he has to plunge his hands into the filth of free agency to do it, day by day.
I do also want to say, I dropped LaMelo, dropped the GOAT, saw randomly, I was at lunch, got the notification by Shams, shout out Shams, LaMelo might be able to play tonight. Took my ass right to the free agency wire, picked LaMelo back up, started him, dropped 31 points, 31 fantasy points, that's not bad.
For first game back, 15, not at all.
Yeah, 15 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. That's pretty impressive for how, small he is.
And how much time he's been away with injury.
But, end of the day, I think I got this one in the bag, but crazier things have happened. I mean, I started the day with 150-point lead, but he's slowly chipping. Jalen Brunson went for 44, which didn't really help. I mean, that took out a third of what he was down. So just gotta hope Steph Curry doesn't go fucking beast mode here.
Which he might.
I know.
Monday night, he went for 80 plus.
I know.
So
luckily, on the opposite side of the ball, I got De'Aaron Fox, so maybe they'll be able to cancel each other out.
But you never know with De'Aaron. He could give you a... What if he gives you a less than 30-point performance tonight?
I mean, let's hope that he doesn't, and Joker goes for like 80. So.
Yeah.
But
let's go back a little bit to that trade you're talking about. So, the trade goes down last week live in the Trade Wars podcast. Luka from Ty's team goes to Johnmichael, and in return, Johnmichael gives up Steph Curry and Jaylen Brown. Obviously, those two thought it was fair, but Austin, you want to revisit that and talk a little bit about that trade?
Yeah, so I just want to go ahead and put it out here. John Mid, scam artist. This man scammed the hell out of Ty for Luka, Wait, did Ty get Luka? Who got Luka? I can't remember.
Johnmichael got Luka.
Yeah, Johnmichael got Luka. So, Johnmichael gets Luka. Luka proceeds to go for 87 yesterday. What did he go for Thursday? 38 Thursday, which is like,
average,
whatever.
Yeah.
50 on Wednesday, and then he had Steph on Monday. Steph went for 87 points on Monday. So the trade goes through. The trade goes through Monday night, headed into Tuesday. So Ty now has Steph Curry and Jaylen Brown. Well, Tuesday, obviously, no games. So Ty loses out on two players right there. Wednesday, Jaylen Brown goes for 51. It's pretty good. Steph doesn't have a game Wednesday. Thursday, Steph doesn't have a game Wednesday. Or Thursday, sorry. Friday, Steph goes for 67, which is pretty good. Jaylen Brown goes for 56. It's pretty good for him.
It's really good, actually, for him.
Yesterday, Jaylen Brown didn't play.
Wait a minute.
Steph didn't have a game. Tonight, Jaylen Brown, no game. Steph Curry, yet to be determined. So he's gonna play, but I think Johnmichael scammed him out of Luka. I feel like there could have been more value there that could have been traded.
I tried to tell Ty to get someone a little better than Jaylen Brown, a little more consistent, but hey.
I mean, he should have got a 3-player haul for Luka. I mean,
Luka's literally number one in the fantasy league, so like
that trade was just outrageous, and we should have vetoed it. I'm here for vetoing. I know everyone thinks, oh, they want to trade, let him trade, but no, like that trade was fucking ludicrous. This should have never went through.
Yeah, and here Johnmichael is a week later and still losing. So
don't count your chickens before they hatch. Your game's really close right now.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Oh wait, never mind.
No, there's no way.
I forgot that you had KD, AD, and Russ.
Unless Andrew Wiggins goes for 500 and my 3 players all decide to get 0 points.
Andrew Wiggins is sneaky. Like he's a sneaky.
Give me a break.
Like
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No boys.
No. I'm just saying he's not gonna go for 500. But Andrew Wiggins is like a sneaky fantasy pickup. Like he's consistently dropping like 30 to 40 points. If you need that extra guy to slot in there, because I've done it.
Yeah,
like, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying he's gonna go out and drop you fucking 70, 80 points, but I mean he's gonna be a solid 35, 45. I mean,
but the problem is consistency. I think. If you're, let me bring one point up about consistency, because this really got my gears shifting this past week. Chris Taps the Unicorn Porzingis from the Washington Wizards. I picked him up. I picked Porzingis up, and this guy is quite the Genghis, if I might add.
Good one.
Pick him up on Sunday night, thinking, oh, this guy's been averaging over 40 points a game. He's going to get me mad points this week, and I just stole him right out of free agency. He just came off 2 back-to-back 60-plus fantasy point performances. So I pick him up. First game, 25 fantasy points. That's a dud, in case anyone was wondering. Next game, 37. Another dud. Game after that, he has a groin injury, decides not to play. So then, it's Thursday, and I'm like, well, Porzingis has not done anything for me. Not one productive thing. I gave him 3 chances. He has failed me every single time. You know what the old saying is, 3 strikes, you're out. So I got him out of there. I pick up Buddy Hield because that's the best I can come up with at the time and out of the current free agency. Not that he did any better, 18 points, mind you. So I look yesterday, and what would you know? The Washington Wizards play the Utah Jazz, and Porzingis scores 31 actual points and scores a whopping 62 fantasy points. Oh, and look at that! Tonight he played again and scored 51 fantasy points. So my point is, he goes on 2 60-point performances before I pick him up, has a 3-game drought of Jack Diddley squat. And as soon as I release him back into free agency, gets 62 points and 51 points on back-to-back game nights. And now it's like, well, do I pick him back up? As soon as I pick him back up, is he going to get me 25 points? I don't know. And that's
when did you pick him up?
The first game I had him was for the 4th, which I believe was
so you had him last week, right?
I had him last week. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spoil why he had those droughts. Bradley Beal was back for those 3 games. Bradley Beal's been out for the past 3 games, or however many games, because of COVID.
Okay.
So Bradley Beal was hurt. Porzingis goes for 60 and then 50 or whatever you said. And then Bradley Beal came back for 3 games, went on that drought that you had. And now Beal's out for COVID, and Porzingis is stepping up and leading the team. I'll tell you what, that Wizards team looks dangerous. Like,
they could sneak
if they could all stay healthy and like start working as a team again, I feel like they would actually have a decent chance at making the playoffs. Yeah. Maybe winning out the play-in games, making it to the actual thing.
Didn't Kuz pop off the other night for 30-some points or something like that?
Yeah. I can't stand Kyle Kuzma.
I can't either.
I cannot. Like,
I can't.
I hate him. But I think I do think that it's correlated to the fact of Bradley Beal being out. So
yeah, definitely. Obviously, star player, less touches, more chances for the best role players to shine.
Speaking of the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. I don't know how the hell you two are in the NBA and look like they just dragged you off the street. You two are the ugliest sons of bitches I've ever seen in my entire life. Have you seen Brandon Ingram?
Yes, bro. He's been looking like that since this past summer. He just stopped caring about personal hygiene, and he's like, I know the saying is like hit the showers. No, get that man like a personal shower. Get him a bar soap. Get him all the stuff that you need, because that man looks like hell. Yeah.
Like. God damn. I was watching, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And it was like, Brandon Ingram goes... Yeah, Brandon Ingram drives, I'm like... Who?
Yeah.
I definitely think the Pelicans and the Wizards both could sneak in through the play-in games.
Yeah.
And get in.
Yeah, I think so too. You want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, let me take a quick look at the fantasy and see if anything has happened that is crazy, that is notable. Let's see here. Oh, Joel Embiid has 41 points at halftime for you. Joel about to go for 100 bomb?
First 100 bomb of the season?
Sheesh.
Maybe.
Although out of left field, Cleveland's D. Garland has 75 points. 75 fantasy points.
You know why? Donovan Mitchell ain't playing tonight.
Ah, okay.
So I get zero. I get 0 from him, and then Johnmichael gets everything from Garland because he's a second option.
That makes sense. I mean, you should be good. I mean, you still have
I'll be
KD,
good.
80.
Yeah, there's no way.
Let's look to next week's matchups. We got Ty versus John Mid, and then we got the gentleman's duel here. We got me versus Ben, also known as the top 2 teams in the league. So there is some implications there, although right. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Ben's team is scary. That's a terrifying team.
Here's the thing about my team. I always believe in them. I never doubt my team. But the injuries hurt really, really bad. Tonight, I'm still going to win, but it would have been it would be a no-brainer if 2 of my players that were supposed to play tonight actually played. So, it's just a day-by-day basis with me on who's actually playing. And we'll see. Maybe I'll have to Maybe I'll have to do some swaps this season, play it a little risky, because it's going to be a battle, that's for sure.
I do want to say that Ben has outscored everyone every single week. Like, Ben has had the top scoring team all 4 weeks that we've done this. So yeah, next week might be a little bit of a slugfest. I might have to try to ship out Jokic before the end of the week, because...
Hey, you know I'm open to offers.
I mean, I'm not going to trade him I'm not going to trade him to you when I'm basing you. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you're right.
That's just like... Ty tried to offer me a trade earlier this week.
Oh, yeah?
And he was like, let me get Joker for LeBron and someone else. And I was like, no, LeBron's sitting this whole week, bro. So right now, I literally just have to pray that Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox can keep up with Steph Curry. Because I'm in the lead 1606 to 1530, but Steph could go for 100. I mean, it's been done before through Steph.
Yeah, but... think of it this way. You have 2 players, and you're already up by 70. They would have to score very low, and Steph would have to score very high.
Yeah, but I mean, he still does have a lot of players playing right now.
Okay.
I mean, he still has Maxey, Levine, Aaron Gordon, and Jordan Carlson all at halftime right now.
And they won't contribute much, trust me.
I mean... Maxey might. Maxey's been kind of popping off.
Maxey hasn't, especially in James Harden's absence, you know?
Yeah. Maxey has definitely been, like, one of the better players for them.
Yeah. See, that's
hard.
Man, ever since James Harden and Kyrie left, I've had to pick up duds on my team. And that's just how it goes, but once they come back, I don't think I'll lose it. I might lose to you next week, I don't know. I believe in my team always, but once I get those 2 back, if Kyrie does come back,
Kyrie could be back on the court next week.
I hope, man. My eyes will be peeled on that.
I don't keep his bitch ass off the court. Keep that bitch off the court. I don't want Kyrie anywhere close to a court. I don't want nobody close to the court that is like dealing with that type of shit. Because that man's gonna come back with a damn vengeance. Yeah, he's gonna come back and he's gonna drop fucking 60 points.
Bro, he was dropping bombs before he got suspended. He was killing it for me.
I do think the gentleman's duel next week is gonna be a slugfest. Meanwhile, you got J-Mid beating up on Uncle Ruckus over there, Uncle Ty.
Oh yeah, man, Uncle Ruckus. He ain't gonna ruck nothing next week.
Good one.
Slope's gonna start taking him down, but granted, he has been dealing with a lot of injuries.
That's true.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say he could have easily beat me tonight. Like he could have beat me, but
he'll never know.
These guys too scared to use their damn acquisitions. Although I did just see Johnmichael was bitching about Johnmichael. I know you're watching this back.
Here we go. I was waiting for this.
You were bitching at me last week about using acquisitions. Meanwhile, I just happened to scroll down and look. 6 of 6 acquisitions? What are we doing here, Johnmichael? What are we doing here? What happened to... I trust my team. I rely on my team.
I have faith in my team.
I have faith in my team.
Unlike you, I actually believe in my team.
Yeah, I would never. I trust my players. I don't... It's not a whorehouse over here. My team is safe. Yeah, you could have.
I believe in my team. I'm sorry.
Bullshit. Business as usual, huh? This man wheeling and dealing players. The whorehouse went from this team to that team real quick. I guess it's just every team I touch just becomes a whorehouse.
I guess so.
But you know what they say, end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do to win.
Yeah.
Sucks to be him though, because he ain't winning, because this man over here busting him.
I ain't losing, that's for sure.
I think we're gonna wrap it up there. It was a great podcast. Hopefully next week we get Johnmichael and Ty back. But yeah, just be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below your all's favorite team, whether it be the NBA or even in the podcast. Who are you rooting for?
If it's not me, your answer's wrong.
Hey, hold up. It could be me too. Come on now, it's gentlemen's.
Okay.
We're gentlemen here.
You're right. Fair enough.
As long as it's not J-Mid. If it's J-Mid, you're dead to me.
No,
don't even think about coming to my team when Ben and I are facing off in the championship. Like, don't even think about rooting for me at that time. Yeah. Don't root for that, man.
I wouldn't go betting on Johnmichael or Ty anytime soon. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, thank you for tuning into the podcast. Like Austin said, leave a comment your favorite team, who you're rooting for, and we will catch you on the next week's show. See you later.